Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss Harling. It is now about 2:45. I am going over tonight's homework for my class and Mrs. Graham's class. Again, today is Monday, March 1st, 2021. Your homework for tonight was pages 447 and on the back of this sheet, 448. At the top, it should say equal parts of a whole. This is lesson 8.1, practice and homework. And again, this is page 447. Remember, we are now in volume 2 of our Go Math workbook. Here is today's learning target that we were doing in class. I can identify equal parts of a whole. Boys and girls, that's what makes a fraction. You must have equal parts of a whole in order for it to be a fraction. If the parts are not equal, then it is not considered a fraction. So, on the first part of your homework, you are to write the number of equal parts and then write the number for the parts. So they did number 1 to help you as your first example. It says this circle has been divided into 4 equal parts, so we call it fourths. Now, when you're ready, you're going to then go to number 2 and you're going to tell me how many equal parts and write the number, and then you're going to tell me what that number represents. What do we call that number? Just like they did for number 1. All right, so I am not going to do number 2 for you. Number 3 and number 4, it says write whether the shape is divided into equal or unequal parts. So you're going to write one of those words. Is this picture equal or unequal? You'll write it on the line. Is this picture equal or unequal? You will write it on the line. Let's go down to number 5 and 6. I'm going to pick one of those to do with you, boys and girls, and then the other one you will do on your own. All right, let's do number 5. So I will zoom in. It says, Diego cuts a round pizza into 8 equal slices. What is the name for the parts? Well, if it's 8 equal slices, we call that eighths. So please copy. We call that eighths. All right, now I'm going to go to number 7, which is the writing part. Remember, Miss Harling always does the writing with you so that you understand what it is that they need you to do. So here it says, describe how 4 friends could share a sandwich equally. Now that should sound familiar to you, boys and girls, because in the Go Math we did today, we were talking about a sandwich, but it was only being divided by 2 people. In this problem, you have to figure out how to divide a sandwich between 4 friends, and they need to share it equally. Well, that's pretty simple as well. When we did it in the book this afternoon and this morning, we talked about how a sandwich could be shared with 2 people and we would divide it into halves. Now we need to divide it into 4 parts for 4 friends, which would basically mean we would divide the sandwich into fourths. So I'm just going to draw the sandwich down here. So here's my sandwich. I could divide it like this. I could divide it like this. And I could keep going, boys and girls, but I'm just going to give you those 2 examples. So let's write down how we would divide the sandwich between 4 friends equally. Easy. We're just going to write, they could divide, and I know my camera's shaking a little bit. I apologize for that. the sandwich into 4 equal, remember each piece must look the same, pieces. And I showed you an example, or I actually showed you 2 examples down here at the bottom. So please copy that sentence. They could divide the sandwich into 4 equal pieces. Okay? Now, we could divide the sandwich into 8 pieces, and then everybody would get 2 small pieces. But I think the best way to do it for 4 friends is just to divide the sandwich into 4 equal parts. You could do it this way, and there are some other ways you could do it as well. I could make 4 vertical lines going down. I could do 4 horizontal lines going across. I'll just do that while you guys are copying. Here's the other way you could do it, since I have a little bit of time here. You could divide the sandwich like that. You could also do it horizontally like that, okay? So those are the different ways you could cut the sandwich into 4 equal parts so that every friend will get an equal amount. So please finish copying that sentence, and then I'm going to go to the back of the page. Now remember, if Ms. Harling is going too fast, you know what to do. You can pause the video, finish writing what you need to write, and then you can hit play again. Okay, I'm going to give you 30 more seconds, and then I'm going to the back. All right, my friends, I'm going to the back. If you're not finished, pause the video, and then you can hit play when you're ready. All right, on the back, boys and girls, I am not going to do number 1. It says, how many equal parts are there in this shape? Pretty easy. Number 2, what is the name of the equal parts of the whole? Well, if you look at this circle, it's divided into 8 parts. We would call it eighths. I think I talked about that already on the front of the paper. So please write the number 8 and write the word eighths, because this is divided into 8 equal parts. All right, now the bottom of this paper is all spiral review, which means these are things that I've already taught that you should remind yourself of because we've done them before. So I am not doing number 3. You have to give me the answer for the division equation. We just finished division. And I'm not doing number 4. This is a fact family. You should be able to tell me the missing number in both the multiplication problem and the division problem. So what I would like to do is go to the bottom, and I believe I'm going to do number 6. Now again, this is review. This has nothing to do with fractions. All right, number 6. It says Mrs. Carr buys 9 packages of markers for an art project. 9 packages of markers for an art project. Each package has 10 markers. How many markers does Mrs. Carr buy? Well, again, let's circle the information we know we're going to use. 9 packages of markers, and each keyword package has 10 markers. So when you buy a package, you know you're getting 10 in a package. But Mrs. Carr bought 9 packages. So what are we going to do with 9 and 10? Are we going to use, what operation will we use? Will we multiply, divide, add, or subtract? 9 packages. There are 10 markers in each package. Boys and girls, if you said multiply, you are correct. There's 9 packages. There's 10 markers in each pack. 9 times 10 gives me 90. So your answer for number 6 should be 90 markers is what Mrs. McCarr will get when she buys all of those packages. All right, boys and girls, I'm under 15 minutes, which is great. You have the rest of the homework to do on your own. Remember what I said. It is your responsibility to get the homework done. We will go over it tomorrow. Okay, boys and girls, I'll see you then. Bye.